Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome. How are you doing today? Hope I found you on a good day. Something something I've been feeling really tired recently. And like more than just a lack of sleep. Although I'm probably not as disciplined in my sleep as I should be. Do you ever get like that? You know you should do something, but you don't. Yeah, I'm just feeling tired. I feel like I always feel like this. I always feel exhausted. What do we do about this? What do we do about feeling tired in our soul? I think it's a to struggle against working hard and then resting effectively. You know, we're taught to work hard, taught that's a virtue. Maybe it is, who knows? But maybe it's less about working hard and maybe it's more about working effectively. I mean, my job isn't like exhausting. Like, I don't feel like I used to do a manual labor job and I used to come home feeling exhausted. My current job, it's a sales consultant. It's not particularly tiring. It's not hard, complicated work. It's you having conversations with people. It's I wouldn't even say it's mentally draining. It's not. It's like I feel when I do it well, when I'm able to help people, whether it's like save money or like they help them buy something they want to buy or whatever it might be, I feel genuinely filled up by that. But I still feel exhausted. I don't even know what it is exactly that makes me feel this way. I think for a long time I haven't slept well, and a few months ago I ended up going to a doctor and found the doctor was great and he helped me find some medication that worked for me and helped me fall asleep. And I've been sleeping a lot better since. And so maybe that's something worth looking into. And also, I know other things that have helped me. Like I like listening to audiobooks for sleep. I listen to a lot of Star Wars books. I found this whole like series. There's like hundreds of like YouTube videos with Star Wars audiobooks, and it's something that's not important, so I don't need to focus on. It just helps me sleep, and like trying to keep my bedroom cool, and trying to make sure I go to bed on time. And it's it's not easy trying to be consistent with all this stuff. I think that a large part of the reason I feel so tired all the time, and I understand this conceptually, but I'm probably not intelligent enough to know what to do with it, or not to be able to act on it, is that I don't seem to be taking rest, like purposeful rest. It seems like I work really hard for a period of time, and then I just stop, and there just doesn't seem to be anywhere in between. And I don't really know how to fix that. like I know logically what to do. What to do is to plan meaningful, purposeful rest. But it's easier said than done. I don't really. It sounds simple, but it doesn't seem like a. Doesn't seem attainable to me. It's like we all spend way too much time scrolling. And perhaps if we could just spend less time scrolling and more time doing something we actually want to do. Like I haven't played my guitar in ages. You know, and I still work out every week, but I'm probably working out 2 days, maybe three at a push. I know that's plenty to be strong and to be healthy, but mentally, I know I do better when I've worked out. One thing I find strange is that we all seem to have all the information we need already, and yet we go out looking for information. Like everyone knows that to eat healthy, you eat healthy food, right? It's not complicated. You don't eat processed foods. Try and eat, you know, meats and vegetables and nuts, and you eat lots of protein. You eat lots of fiber. You eat lots of good stuff, and then you cut out all the bad stuff. You cut out the sugar and the cake and the biscuits and whatever it is. But for some reason we don't. We always look at. We always want someone to help us. We always want some more information. There's always a video we watch. Like we all know how to be productive. We all know that we should put our phones away. We should do the things that we need to do, and we should do them and get them done. But we always, well, I seem to always watch videos on productivity because it makes me feel like I'm being productive. It makes me feel like I'm doing something, but the watching of the video isn't being productive. It's strange. Mm. I don't seem to be full of energy, and I want to be. Energy. Maybe there's information that I just don't know. And I think that's probably a safe assumption that if you don't seem to be living the life you want, there's probably information you don't know. But maybe we do know, but we're just not smart enough or diligent enough to be able to live how we want to. Jordan Peterson, in his book, you're probably going to hear me talk about him a lot. He talks about this idea. It's probably not even him that came up with it, but that you treat yourself. If you treat yourself as a slave, then you will rebel against yourself. So there's part of your brain that says, go clean the kitchen. And the other part of your brain wants to just stay playing video games. And the part that demands that you clean the kitchen, if it treats your other part of your brain that wants to play video games as a slave, then then you rebel, obviously, because that's what slaves do. They rebel against their tyrannical masters. But Jordan Peterson's suggestion for this problem is to try and entice yourself to do the things that you should. So maybe it's less of slave and master. Maybe it's more employer, employee. Maybe it's more parent and child. Maybe it's, hey you, I know we haven't always got on, but what could I give you that would make it likely that you would do this thing, like clean the kitchen? Then the other part of your brain is a little bit dubious, because you haven't always got on with yourself. And if you keep that promise, and maybe to clean the kitchen, maybe you need a nice latte from a local cafe. Maybe that's it. Or maybe, I think that's what Jordan Peterson, I think that's the example he uses. It's just like, you better give yourself that damn coffee. Because you want to be able to trust yourself. Just like a child wouldn't trust you if you promise something and then fail to give the reward. This still doesn't help with the whole idea of tiredness. It seems to be a much bigger problem than that. I do think that I seem to take a lot of rest watching stuff on my phone, watching TV, but I don't feel good about it. I don't feel energized. I don't feel relaxed by it. It's a strange thing. Like, you think about the word recreation, recreation. What are we recreating when we take time for ourselves? Recreation. Maybe it isn't an option. You know, I started writing a book of poetry. I've written quite a lot of poems, and I never finished it. I should. And I bought myself a whittling knife and loads of wood that I could build a chessboard with, build a chess set, and I never finished it. And I should have. I should. I could have. It could have already been done, and I could have gone to something else with it quite easily. I know, like, my desk here is a mess, and I should clean it up. Maybe if we just start humbly wherever we are and try and make things better than they are, even just a little bit. Maybe we can just do one thing a week. Maybe where would we be in a year if we changed 52 things about our lives? One thing a week. Maybe we wouldn't feel so tired. Maybe we wouldn't feel so tired. Perhaps because we are spending too much time distracting ourselves and not enough time building ourselves up. We're carrying unnecessary loads. Maybe that makes us tired. What if we just decided to have energy? What if we just decided that we would do the things we wanted to do? What would happen then? What if? What if we took meaningful breaks away from our phones, away from technology, away from whatever it is that we're doing? And this is a strange thing for me, like posting videos on YouTube, because I don't want to scroll. I don't want to be on YouTube. And yet I am. Here I am. And I didn't want to post videos because I didn't want to be part of a thing that just takes so much of my time that I don't want to, but I'm addicted to. And maybe I've expressed this before, but I want, maybe if you're thinking about publishing something or giving something freely to the world, and perhaps someone out there is feeling somewhat similarly to me and finds some connection in the way I say things. And if that's the case, then great. And if not, then I enjoy this process anyway. It's good for me. It makes me want to do more of what I want to do. It's a strange one, isn't it? What does peaceful and meaningful rest mean to you? How do we recreate ourselves in our rest? Yeah. Thanks for sticking with me. I know I stop a lot. Maybe that's not very entertaining. I hope that you are having a good day, and if you're not, I'm sorry. And I hope that you have a better day tomorrow. And whatever it is gets better. And I hope you have the strength enough to deal with it. You're not alone. Yeah, you're not alone. Hang in there.